Hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss on how to increase your combat power for both paid-to-play and free-to-play users. Timestamps are below in the descriptions. Before you start, I would like to thank my viewers and subscribers for viewing my previous video. And also, a special shout out to Pentium 2 for giving me some really good suggestions on how to improve my emulators for recordings. Do take a look at his channel too and support him. So let's get into today's discussions on how to increase your combat power for both paid-to-play users and free-to-play players. These are only suggestions. Okay, the main things that I would really suggest is to enjoy the game. Enjoy the 3D, the game functions, the questings, the talks with your allies, playing with your friends and your ally mates through all the events, and even unwind a bit after a long day at work, etc. There's no hard and fast rule on how you should raise your combat power here, as this game is quite highly customizable. From companion to skills choosing, it's all mainly up to your preference. So I'm going to share with you some of the preferences players took in the China and Taiwan servers, including some of my opinions and preferences. For the start, let's recap. There's 3 currencies here. Okay, you'll be mainly using them to purchase materials and upgrade your character. Okay, these 3 currencies includes the gold diamond. This you can only acquire it when you pay real money in the game to get the gold diamonds here. The second one will be blue diamonds. You can either get it through your daily tasks, events, especially there will be a lot coming from your photo albums collections, and you can also get it from daily tasks. Okay, the third one will be your green crystals, and in events that you do not have enough blue crystals, blue diamonds, you can use gold diamond to exchange to use for more of the blue items, blue diamonds currencies. They are gonna be 1-to-1. And in the events that you do not have enough green crystals to upgrade your material, okay, you can choose to exchange it with blue diamonds. Okay, the exchange rates are a bit different. So these are the 3 things for the currencies that you can use to upgrade your characters. The next things I need you guys to know that these 2 very important things, especially when it comes to building your own combat power. Okay, these 2 attributes are your raw numbers over here. Excuse me. These 2, the first thing will be the raw numbers. Okay, raw numbers comes from many of the places. Okay, from everything they add from using materials to increase your characters. Okay, the second one will be percentage values. Okay, these values are, you need both of them, okay, to work together to push out your whole overall stats for your characters. So these 2 values, the raw values and the percentage values, they are very important. You need to know where to locate them and how to use them properly if you really want to push out your combat power fast and properly. So to begin with, I will start with these 3 main things, 3 areas where I believe is the best place for both free-to-play and paid-to-play users to invest your materials on. Okay, may you be a free-to-play. Okay, you can actually put more of your materials in these areas, and if you are paid-to-play, you spend money, you could actually pump more into this area with your finances. So first one, to begin with, it will be the wing system. Okay, under the wing system, there are 3 things for you guys to know. Okay, there are physical level for all the wings that are unlockables at different intervals. Okay, mainly it starts from Rebirth 2, you have wings, but to fully use this function, if I remember correctly, is about Rebirth 3. Okay, rebirth 3 level 50, rebirth 4 level 50 for the second wing, rebirth 5 level 50 for the third wing, and the last wing here is rebirth 6 level 50. Okay, so these are all unlockable by playing through the games, by chasing through your levels. Okay, level is one of the very important thing, the top most important things in the game. Okay, the higher you unlock your level, the more functions that you are going to unlock, and therefore the more areas that you are able to increase your combat power. These are very important. Okay, so do not miss your daily events, your daily tasks, weekly events. Okay, a lot of them provide experience, okay, to push your character up in terms of level. So first thing first, the level. Second thing I'll be talking about will be the plumes itself, and the plumes level. Okay, each plumes has their own level. And thirdly, that will be the grade of the wings. Okay, that will be about currently 6 grade that you can unlock. Okay, and each level has different stuff for you to achieve as you unlock them. So we will talk about the level of all the wings first. Okay, 4 wings currently you can play in the beginning of the game. Each wing's maximum level is gonna be 400. 400s for each wing. Okay, as the level increases, you need more materials. Okay, for example, level 306 over here, I need about 9 feathers to increase each level. Okay, and for example, the other example is level 201. Okay, I need about 6 feathers. So as you go on, my suggestion is you try to push the lowest one out first whenever you unlock a new one, because they cost less material and they will make it more cost efficient. And when you reach about 300 and above, okay, it actually costs pretty much a lot of the feathers to do so, to increase per, one level. That's why I suggest try to pull the lowest one up. Okay, and let's say if you are near the next unlockable wings, like for example my next one is rebirth 5 level 50. Okay, about rebirth 5 level 30, I'll start saving up my feathers. Okay, so that I can quickly push them out. Okay, to level 200. Okay, why level 200? Very simple. At every level 50, 100, 150, and 200 per wing, you are able to unlock a slot for your plume feathers. Okay, the best, every wings you can wear 4 plumes in it. Okay, usually we try to put it as a set of plumes. Okay, with their function, you need 4 pieces of the same thing to unlock a plume set, and you cannot use the similar one, similar plume set in the next wing. Okay, if this is gonna be purple, okay, you purple, and it probably adds on this one is excellent strike. Okay, the same name over here. Okay, 昨夜天阳, you cannot use this excellent strike plume, purple one, in any of the next other 3 feathers. Okay, the game doesn't allow you to do so. Okay, so level 200 each minimum for each of the wings, so that you can put in plumes, and you try to increase the plumes. Okay, now we talk about the plumes level. You need to increase the plumes. My recommendation is to increase them in the intervals of level 3, level 6, level 9, and level 12 evenly first for all the plumes that you have unlocked, and you are able to put it into use. Why? Because every 3 levels, okay, there will be a random stat that you can put into your plumes. Okay, it may be skills damage reductions, you have pursue damage reductions, dodge excellent damage reduction, for example, and there will also be excellent strike, percentage increase add on for your characters. Damage increase, for example, over here, 1% here. Okay, it's pretty random. Okay, these options here, as you unlock, they'll give you randomly. Okay, and for the plume itself, okay, every plume's maximum level is 45. Okay, 45 It's the max for each plume. Okay, plume feather, the highest you can go. And of course, as you progress after like level 20, okay, it will cost a lot of material. It's not really cost efficient. But whatever material you can, whatever feathers you can get from events, right? You just use it here. It's okay. Okay, and each plume has their own things to increase. For example, this plume that I'm looking at here, okay, it has a damage increase. Overall attack damage increase for this plume. Okay, and they have a sub attributes that add on that increases something similar to that plume itself, the attribute that the plume is carrying. For example, this plume carries attack damage, okay, only for this plume. And the sub attributes will add on damage for these particular plumes. Okay, it doesn't add in for your overall character's damage, only for this plume. So collect 4 of them. As you collect every 2 pieces in the same wing, same pieces under the same wing, you unlock one options over here. When you have 4, you unlock the better options. Okay, there are different options for plumes. We will cover it in one of the next videos. So plumes, this is what you're gonna increase. Okay, there are different types of attributes the plumes will increase. Some increase HP, some increase defense. And before I forget, why your wings are important, mean level for your wings, it's because each time you increase a level, it increases 3 stuff. Okay, your HP, your attack, your defense. These are the 3 main things that the wings are going to give you every time you unlock a level. And the other good thing is that at every 50 levels intervals, you unlock additional, not really unlock, okay, but you add on to these special functions here. Okay, damage increase. This is not attack increase. This is damage increase. So for all the wings, okay, at every 50 levels intervals, you unlock, okay, a few percentage to your damage increase. So they are very good things. Imagine how all the wings, if you have unlock all the wings and you have all these function, there's gonna be a lot of attack damage increment to your character. Excuse me. Okay, so the next thing, this is where you increase the grade of your wings. Okay, mainly using this material, the Lox feathers. Okay, at grade 1, when you got the wings, there's nothing much you can unlock for special option. Okay, but you have to still put it through the try to push it through the level. Before every small circles, you need about 2 times of increasing, which costs roughly on average like 2 to 3 Lox feather to move 1 steps, or when you go higher, about 4 to 5 to move 1 steps towards the small circles. So you need about 2 steps before you reach every small circles, and each small circles includes basic things like HP, attack, and defense. Okay, that's a lot of things when you fully unlock them. And whenever you come to the higher the next bigger circle, right, it will increase other special things. Like this is 伤害抵抗, means it increase your defense against damage. Okay, so whenever you push it through all the way to the end over here, the biggest circles over here, you need a lot of Lox feather to pull through, because this is where you're going to unlock for the next grade. Okay, next grade of wings. Okay, it may cost up to 80 or even 100 Lox feather. And what it do is that it unlocks, once you unlock it, it unlocks the next level of special options for all your grades immediately. For example, this is a 2nd grade. Okay, 2nd grade wing. Okay, the special function about this 2nd grade is this. Okay, whenever you receive a damage, there will be a 10% for you to absorb 10% of the damage received for 5 seconds, and there will be a cooldown of 60 seconds for this skill. The next one, for example, at grade 3, you will be able to unlock these special options called whenever you receive a super high damage, your wings will act as an additional shield for you to protect you, so you can reduce a lot more damage. Okay, and it also increase the speed that you can dash through with your wings. So you might be thinking, free to play and paid to play, which one should you really do on? Of course, if you are paid to play, you focus on everything, as I have recommended the three things: the wings level, the plumes, and the Lock's Feather. Okay, but if you are a free to play players, I would suggest you mainly focus on increasing the level of the wings. Okay, purely increase them. Okay, when you reach level 400 for 4 wings, you will be able to get about 400,000 CP increment for your character. 400,000. Okay, that is a lot. And if you have accumulated feathers, plumes feathers along the way, from events, okay, try to match it up to whatever you have already. For example, I think I have this. Okay, it shows that I'm wearing this right now. And if I click this option, this will be saying that whatever has not been equipped. Okay, so let's just add something in that. Okay, whatever. This is just for example. You wear it in, you unlock more CPs because of the functions that you are trying to unlock. And I have 2 of this. Okay, these 2 increase my lucky strikes. Okay, therefore you see the amount of CP is trying to give me, at least when I wear 2 of the same pieces, or even 4 of the same pieces. Okay, to increase wing, very simple. With the feathers here, just increase it. Okay, if you're out of materials, click the automatic buying functions. You will buy it from the shop for you automatically. And to increase the level of the plumes, click on it and see the amount of feathers you have for the plumes, and you increase it. Okay, minimum 13 feathers for the plumes. Okay, you can also buy it automatically from the shop. Okay, using green crystals. So this is for the wings. Okay, the next one we are going to proceed to is companions. Companions is the next important aspect that it will help you to push out your CP by a lot. Okay, in companions, okay, the first screen you'll see is all the companions that you have, and you're able to see informations like what they are going to give you when you equip them. Okay, and you can raise their levels and even their stars. Every companions in the game, okay, increases 4 things. Okay, they are the same, 4 things. Okay, first, every companion will increase your HP. Okay, HP, then followed by attack. Then they will increase your physical defense and also magical defense. Okay, and each companions comes with their own individual sets of percentage values for you. Some, for example, this Scotch will add on attack damage. Okay, attack damage increase. Okay, not damage increase. Okay, attack damage increase, the overall one, plus your HP damage increase. Okay, this once equipped, okay, this one adds to your overall character's percentage value. Okay, unlike plumes only add to that particular plumes itself. Okay, so the increment won't be a lot. Okay, but for companion, right, they add this special option here. They add into your overall characters. Therefore, the increment will be much bigger because it's going to calculate the raw values from everywhere across your whole character. Okay, and I have tested. Okay, even though you try to increase another pet's level, okay, we will use the companions experience crystal. You need this to increase the level. Okay, even you try to increase those that is not under your deck, your active deck itself. Okay, they will not add any CP to your character overall. Okay, only those that are under your deck, okay, that you have chose them to be the one that will be contributing to your overall character's CP. Okay, 5 of them. One of them will be the head of the companions, while the rest of the 4 are the supportive companions. Okay, what the head companion does is that they each has a special ultimate ability for all the pets. Okay, and only the one that is under the head companion, the leading one, you can use its ultimate. Okay, while you can't use the rest. Okay, the rest you can't use because they are not under the leading companions. They are not the leader of the whole pack. Okay, and whatever companions that's under this active slots here, they add the CP that they have. Okay, they will transfer it to they'll transfer all the attributes that they have from the individual level that comes from their basics raw values. Okay, and plus all the percentage value, everything will be transferred to your character. Okay, and the good thing is that if you have a compatible companions under this place, okay, for example, within these 5, I have 4 of them that are compatible to each other. Okay, 2 of them 2 to 2. Okay, this unlocks special other special abilities, like for example my Scotch and the other Redbirds. Okay, I've forgotten the English name for it. Okay, it adds on PvP damage for the owner. Okay, 5%, and the other options add on HP of 5%. Therefore, if you are able to, for example, unlock 4 birds, okay, there are 4 birds in the list itself for you to be able to use them. Okay, they will have even more special options. And right now, if you take a look at this overall chart, sorry. If you look at this overall chart over here, this star, this is where it's gonna tell you what items and what attributes, what functions, what special abilities and effects are given to your characters. Okay, overall, you know, with all the levels that I have right now, okay, these are the overall raw values that the pets are giving to my overall values. Okay, and followed by the percentage values and the special values coming from being compatible with one another. Then the level caps for them will be level 200 before Rebirth 6, if I remember correctly. Rebirth 6 or Rebirth 7. Okay, after that, okay, they'll push the level cap to 400. Okay, at 400, level 400, and about Rebirth 7, after Rebirth 7 or Rebirth 8, you will be able to unlock the second set, okay, of companions. Okay, instead of 5, you are able to have 10 companions right now. Okay, so at 400 level for all of them, 10 companions, you will be able to hit up to about 400,000 CP for your characters. Okay, so that's why I said the very most important thing is to raise your level first. Okay, the faster you push your level up, the more things you are gonna do. Okay, and we will have a more in-depth discussions on companions in the future to share with you guys what are good, what are being used, you know, what people generally choose to use for their companions. Okay, so the last thing for both free to play and paid to play, okay, we'll take a look about the gears. Under the gears, I will want to point you guys towards the gem. The gem system. Gem system is the next place that will exponentially increase your CP. Why? Very simple. Okay, first of all, as you unlock the grade of each gear, right, when you are able to push the grade of each gear forward to next grade, every time it opens another slots for your gem, and each gem actually has a number of values that you add to your character. For example, the red and yellow gems, they add attack damage. Okay, the blue has a few that they'll add in. Okay, right now it's defense. The green adds in HP. Okay, but the fact is that when you hit level 5 and above, okay, you start to unlock special values for all the gems. Okay, any gems that hits after level 5, right, you will start to add percentage values. Okay, for example, okay, my red gem, which will add attack damage for me, now is at level 5. If I'm gonna push to level 6, okay, I have the enough material, and you need the gem knife. Every time you pass level 5, you need gem knife, okay, to push it up after level 5, and you will increase as the level increase. But the good thing is, after level 5, you add percentage value, like I said. Okay, so for the red one, attack damage, okay, you add another percentage value that will comes in attack damage percentage value. Okay, so right now you're looking at this is going to plus 1%, okay, at level 6 for one stone. Okay, imagine you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red gemstone, okay, at level 6. This means you are going to have 6% additional attack damage increment to your overall character. Okay, for attack damage, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 6 gems. You can do that. Okay, so imagine 5 sets of 6, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 extra 30% attack damage to your character. Okay, extra 30% damage in percentage to your character. This is how much it's gonna add for your character. Okay, so for blue has different factors. So generally they'll give you this increment for if you have yellow for blue, right, you add in the, I'm not really sure how does this work for this exploding and special buffing option over here, but I do know the next one is gonna add your defense your defense value by 1% also after you hit level 5. Okay, of course you need the knife. So imagine 1% for one stone for defense. Okay, you have 3. Okay, 6, 12, 18, 18% at level 5. Okay, 18% defense increment for your overall character. Okay, when you hit level 6, you add in if I remember correctly, 0.5% per gemstone. Okay, this is why gemstone is a very good place to increase your character, in my opinion. Same for the green one. The green one is a HP. Okay, after level 5, you're gonna add 1%. Okay, 1% to your characters. Okay, so 6, 12, 18, 6 gemstone at level 6, you're gonna have at least 18% HP to your character. Okay, that's a lot, because HP by itself, the numbers are a lot, and usually HP are the one that give the most CP. Okay, so this is the top 3 places: the wings, the companions, and the gem system, that I would suggest for all types of players to focus on too, because they add a lot of percentage to your characters. Okay, and the next few things that I will be covering, it's more for paid to play users. Okay, because it's more like if you have extra resources, materials, and you purchase it from the store, this is some of the good place that you can do. Okay, to pump. Even if you're a free to play user, you have the material, you can just add it on. Okay, you have the material from your daily tasks and quests that you have done. So the first place I would say after the whole 3 most important place will be your Jewel of Life system. Okay, Jewel Life system, each one add a specific amount as you pump it in. Okay, and this is a place that you can't choose which one to go first. You know, you can't say that I would like to focus on my damage, so I only select those that are add damages first. Okay, Which one add damage? The weapons and the accessories. Okay. And some of them in between, they add defense and they add HP, but they are not like one at once you click on one material, it add in 3 of them. Okay, each time you increase, it increase one specific stats. Okay, so this is a good place if you have extra materials to just increase your CP. They have a cap for each rebirth. Okay, depending on each rebirth, they will have different different levels that you can go to. Okay, the next thing that you I'll point you all to will be your item level. Okay, at every intervals of +9, you will have special functions. Okay, like it start to shine more, and you will have extra percentage value. Okay, but the thing is that whenever you hit +6, okay, whenever you want to push to +7, sorry, from 7 you want to push to +8, right? The percentage to increase, the chance of success drops. Okay, straight away it drops by 50% when you want to move on from 7 to 8. From 6 to 7 is still 100%. Okay, so from 8 to 9 it's still at 50%, but it drops to about 40%, if I recall correctly, when you push it from +9 to +10. And it costs more materials. Okay, usually materials like these blue stones, protection stone, to prevent the level from falling if you failed it, it comes from special events. Okay, you need to allocate special material to exchange for it, or you buy it off the shop by itself from value packs. Okay, that's why I won't suggest you go crazy on this. As long as you have the resources, you pump it over here. Okay, and they all have this special function over here. For example, okay, this is the achievements you can unlock for the different stuff that you pump under your grid. For item level, if you are able to reach +7 for at least 8 pieces, okay, you will be able to unlock double damage. Okay, straight. And this is only the place so far that I know that you can increase your double damage. Double damage at +7 for 8 pieces, you have 0.5%. Okay, and there will be extra damage increase in percentage. Okay, at 1.5%. Okay, but the next level is +9. Okay, when you hit +9 for 10 pieces, okay, your double damage will be at increased to 1% from the set. Means the overall you only plus 0.5. Okay, same for the damage increase, 3%. It's only adding 1.5% from the next one. So on and so forth. If you have like 11 pieces of +11 and 11 pieces of +13. Okay, at let's say you are able to hit at +15, which is ultimate. Right now, no one even in the Taiwan server has managed to hit +15. Okay, the percentage to succeed in this is very low. Okay, but let's say you hit +15 for 11 pieces, you will be able to have a total of 8% double damage and 12% increase of damage attack. Okay, this is how good it is if you are able to get it done. Okay, and for Jewel Life, okay, Jewel Life at intervals, okay, you add on extra life for you, and at special intervals, okay, 60, starting from level 60, you will have this auto HP add-on function, replenishes function. Okay, for example, at every 8 seconds, if your life is not full 100%, you add in another additional 4,000 for replenish. It replenishes another 4,000 to your life for you. So every 8 seconds, 4,000. So the next level it unlocks, right, will be at level 90 or level 80. Yeah, 90. Okay, at level 90, okay, every 8 seconds it replenishes 16,000 to your life. Okay, that's when you hit 120 for your overall Jewel Life level. You know, at 150, you have 32,000 HP replenishes for you every 8 seconds. Okay, so even for the gemstone, okay, every intervals that you hit, you unlock the achievement here, like 10 pieces 10 pieces at 4 grade, you have an increment of 3.5% to your attack damage. You see? So for example, 20 pieces at grade 4, you have additional 0.5% on top of it. Okay, that's why I say gemstone is one of the best place to increase your overall character. And the next stuff that I will talk about is Holy Artifacts. Holy Artifacts is a special function specially created for PvPs players. If you like PvPs, this is a good place for you to focus. But if you are not and you are free to play, I won't suggest that you go crazy on this area, because the combat powers that you are able to increase per material use they are very little. Okay, it's very little. Okay, the only good things here are the PvP functions. Okay, and if you don't wheel too much, your PvP won't be as strong as the other. Okay, unless you are comparing from peers to peers. So you are able to have each grade, you have 4 sets that you can accomplish. Okay, the first 3 sets, usually the purple one, you can get it from boss loot. Okay, once you kill any boss, you have a chance to drop them and you're able to put them to increase it. Okay, and each level has different materials you need to increase it. Okay, the materials increase as your level increase. Okay, and it's not gonna be very worth it as you go higher than level 3. Okay, for some reason the CP increase get lesser and lesser after level 3. Okay, but the option for PvP increases a lot after that. Okay, the orange one on the left for all the grades itself. Okay, these are purchasable by your own shops. Okay, using green crystals. Okay, you can just buy off the shelf whenever you have it. Okay, and the one on the right. Okay, the one on the right, the yellow one. Okay, this can only be purchasable via your allies bidding functions. Okay, the ally bidding functions that have this is usually after your Archangel trial every day, and also your alliance ball boss fight. Okay, after your alliance ball. Okay, these are the 2 times that you will be able to buy the holy artifacts for this set on the right from them. Okay, and I won't suggest, if you are free to players, to go and fight with them in under the bidding, unless there's no much wheelers in your alley. Reason being, so under the bidding, you are able to purchase it at the minimum price, or if you are rich enough, you can buy at one time of the price, which is twice the price you are able to bid at the minimum. Okay, twice the amount of price. Okay, of green crystal. It may seem little for first 2 or 3 grades. Okay, but after 3rd grades to 4th grade, right, each of your minimum cost for the bidding is about 1 million crystals. Okay, minimum bidding cost. Okay, so if you are going to pay with one time off, okay, it will be 2 million. 2 million green crystal for 1 pieces. Okay, if you don't top up via your daily shops value packs, it's a hard place to get this fulfilled. Okay, my suggestions, if you are free to play players, push them up to level 3 minimum for the purpose one. Okay, with your materials. Okay, if you just put it off from the shop, buy instead of waiting for boss drops, right, to level 3 is still quite worth it. Okay, to increase your amount of CPs and to unlock the minimum values for the PvPs. Okay, and as it increase, you add on more PvP's values. Okay, things that pertains to your PvP aspect. So this is a good place if you are P2P players, and you like to do a lot of PvP stuff. Okay, this is a good place to focus on. If you are not, you are free to play players, focus most of the resources to the top 3 that I've shared just now: the wings, the companions, the gem crystals. They are gonna increase much more than you expect. Okay, so things like for the mounts and costume, the mounts and the costumes, I will try to cover up during my next few videos on what you can buy inside the store that is worth your bucks. Okay, and as you can see, The rest that I'm not covering today, they are not cost efficient at all. Trust me, I have a list that I do the calculations and to help me to see which one is more cost effective, which one is totally a waste of your materials and your money. Okay, so what you can do with all this that is not mentioned, okay, inscriptions for examples, you just add on with the materials you have from the events that you have done for the day. So with this, I will end the video for today. I hope that it helps you guys. If you have any comments, questions, feel free to drop it under the comment section and I'll try my best to answer. And hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you and see you.